Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Planescape Torment. This is Keldor RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today here in the presence of Keldor, who I believe is the highest ranking Godsman over here in the Great Foundry, where these guys are just making spell steel or something like that. Anyway, last episode we were learning about them, and they believe that... what do they actually believe? That... we believe that body learns from experience. Oh, it's the experience thing. But it's a slightly different... it's a very, very slightly different attitude to... oh, I didn't ask that one. It's a very different attitude to the sensates. Because these guys want the experience, but they're more of a religion sort of thing, where they just... believe they get reincarnated, and they were founded by a woman that remembered all the 1,000 lives that she had lived before. I wonder if she was the only one, but I hope not, because that would be interesting, but let's see. So, yeah, what's the point of it all? Well, we're not entirely sure. It all right there is what is the meaning of life. That's that question. After all, we haven't gotten to the end of it yet, have we? The best we can figure out is that we muddle through our lives, seeking to find the answers that are right for us. And in the end, we move on to godhood and beyond. What waits there is anybody's guess. Yeah. Keep going. So, life is a test. Oh, he goes back to that. Okay. So what do I get for being in the faction? Well, aside from access to our excellent foundry, room, and board for you and your friends, special items and spells, and a more favorable reaction from most folks you'll meet on the street, there's not much to recommend us. Of course, if you're planning on being with us merely for the benefits, I'd have to counsel against it. What? Why? Why? Let me ask you why? Why? Anyway, so who are the faction's enemies? Well, we don't have enemies, per se. Still, there are some who oppose our beliefs. The bleak cabal scoff at the idea that we evolve towards something more perfect. I figure that if they don't think there's a point, they might as well get it over with. Leave the dustmen like the dustmen ought to. The dustmen think that life is an illusion, preparing for the big death, and our belief champions the cause of life. They promote death. We celebrate life. What could be more opposed? Interesting that they are still not your enemies. I mean, they're pretty peaceful, all things considered, at least as far as we can tell. What do you do, anyway? Well, we run the Great Foundry. We also run Harbinger House, where we train folk who seem to be powers in training. Bashers who demonstrated some sort of special ability that sets them apart from normal mortals. Some say we do it because we want a power on our side, but the truth is, we do it because we figure that's part of our test as well. We do our best to make sure every creature faces up to its responsibilities. We want to see the multiverse move on. Yeah, but that's very commendable of you, I guess. Why are you named as you are? That's a good question. Our real name is Believers of the Source, because we believe all life springs from a pure primal source, but because we believe that... oh, no. Oh, yeah. They believe that all life springs from a pure primal source. But because we believe that all creatures have the potential for godliness within them, it's only natural that our nickname would be the Godsmen. Well, I suppose that's kind of natural. Okay. I've asked about this place. Yeah. Some more questions. I'd like to see the secret project, if I could. Friend, I can't give that to you until you prove yourself as a friend of the Godsmen. Okay. Then I would like to join. If you wish to join the Believers of the Source, you must complete 3 quests. The first quest is this. You must go to the forge and create an item. This will show that you are capable of seeing the possibilities inherent in even a base lump of iron, that you are capable of bringing forth something that will stand the test of time. It measures your vision and your ability to make the potential or the potential actual. Talk to Elisa, the foundry supervisor in the main foundry, to see how it all works. Okay, well, thank you very much.
My journal.
Oh, that's that. Okay. Let's go back then and get that done. I do think I need to get the tools, and I'm pretty sure I didn't get any. That's Ross over there. Oh, the door wasn't open.
I'm gone.
And here we are with all the noise. So we should have tools somewhere around here. We have Natalie. Oh yeah, that's right. I need to talk to you. You see a wizened old man trembling, with trembling hands and a cunning face. He looks you over carefully and speaks. Have I seen you before? I seem familiar to me somehow.
From where? Do you remember?
Not so fast, lad. Takes a while for the mind to warm up to a test like this. I've lived a long time and seen a lot more faces in that time, and it ain't so easy to remember. Memory's a fleeting thing, and that's some you can bank on. Before replying, you mutter,
Tell me about it, lad.
oh, that was me. That was me talking. Yeah, let's go with that then.
Then can you tell me who you are?
Me? I'm Nadalin, Godsmen fighter extraordinaire. At least I used to be. Now I'm a clerk in the foundry, breathing in the sooty air and hastening my dying day along.
Yeah, well, that's a pity. I had some questions. You mentioned having seen me before. Do you remember where?
Okay, no, he goes back to that.
Can you tell me who you are?
Me? I'm Nadalin. Okay, he goes back to that as well. Thank you. I'm here to pick up an item. We have,
Yeah, I'd like to pick up some gear for the forge.
Aye, you're wanting to be a smith now, eh, lad? Very well, you'll need a apron, 10 copper, some tongs, another 10, and a hammer, which will be 20. It comes to, let me see, 50 coppers.
No, that's 40. That comes to 40, old man.
What am I thinking? Of course it is. I tell you, my memory's an insidious thing.
Yeah, right. Give me the stuff then.
Don't forget to pick up some ore from Tildron if you are interested, or if you wanted to work the forge. He's a miserly bastard, but he's the only person to get ore from.
Okay. So,
I'm here to pick up an item. Do you have a receipt? You'll need a receipt, or I can give you anything.
Yeah, I do.
The old man takes the receipt from you and scrutinizes it carefully. This thing's over 100 years old. How'd you come by it?
I left it for myself, but I got busy.
That's a good one, lad. I'll just bet you were busy. He laughs to himself. He passes over his arm load. Here you go. Treat this work with care.
That I will. Certainly will. Farewell.
Learn some new tricks.
We did. Okay, so we have tools, which is great. We have the leather apron as well. Do I need to use it? No, I don't. And we have a curious ironwork. This is a shimmering piece of filigree metalwork that you picked up in a great foundry. It looks almost gauzy. Sharp edges protrude from it. You have no idea what to do with it right now, but it must be important if you left it behind for yourself. Yeah, I'm gonna cast it with a scroll right there. All you need to do is to find, or to activate, is to find the proper key. I believe I have the proper key, but I don't want to mess with it for right now. We'll mess with it later. And first, we'll see if I can get myself the ore that I needed to get it from. Lisa, who do I need to talk to? Keldor. Oh, I didn't talk to him before. Pretty sure I missed him. You see a slab-stomached man with thick arms and scraggly beard. He smells as if he hasn't washed in ages, and his breath doesn't do much for your breakfast. He's in the process of ordering around subordinates as you approach him, and he deals a quick cuff to the ear of one of them. He turns to face you, hitching up his belt. What you want?
Some questions.
You want answers? Like what?
Who are you?
Keldor the Grey, supervisor of this yard. My job is to make sure my laborers get their jobs done, and to make sure people like you don't distract them. They work little enough as it is, little sods. They don't manage to lose the rest of the day in idleness if I weren't here. I'm tough, but I'm fair. Ask anyone.
Well, then you're the one I need to talk to about getting some ore for the forge.
Yeah, it seems like they'll let anyone be a Godsman these days.
No, perhaps.
Ain't like the old days when you had to show real potential to be a member. You want this iron for your pouncy test? Take it then, and get mazed. Get mazed. He thrusts a lump of cold ore into your hands.
So,
why do they call you the Grey? Because I'm covered in soot most of the time from those blasted furnaces. It's a nickname my laborers have given me, out of affection, no doubt.
No doubt.
They really seem to respect your gentle soul. Are you suggesting that I'm not entirely fair to my workers? Because I am. I'm like a father to them.
Yeah, right.
I'm suggesting that you might be a little too fair, if you know what I mean. No, wait a minute. Do I know what I mean? Do I know what I mean? That's the point. Yeah, unfortunately, most of them probably were beaten regularly as children. Yeah, his face purples with rage. When he finally gets himself under control, he sputters, "Get out of my sight or I'll call the guards on you." I just wanted to ask some questions. He bellows to the guards, "Guards! Get this sorry carcass out of my sight and make him stay gone." Very well then, very well. Oh, that was kind of a shame. Now, where is this foundry? That I thought it was going to be over there. But that thing requires a key. This thing is locked. I wonder if I can open it. Because it doesn't say it requires a key. Okay. Oh, I have her to level up. Let me save the game just before I try this. Thieving skills over there. Okay, well. Let's level her up. Ah, pure silence. Actually, it's not pure silence. It's a little bit of a soundtrack. Very, very not loud. Quiet. It's the word. So we got the tech traps that we rarely ever use. That's only if I actually need that. We have some open doors over here that I can go with, and I can go up above 100. That's fine by me. I'm gonna go with a little bit of stealth over here. She gains 2 hit points, 20. Yeah, that's the thief. Backstab multiplier up by 1, and saving throws have also improved. So not very good things, I would say. There must be a way to use this. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you step up to the forge. The heat is incredible. What do? I'm going to use the forge. The fire is throwing off an incredible amount of heat, but thanks to your protection, you are able to withstand it without any damage. Would you like to work the forge? Yes, I would. So what would you like to do first? I don't know. So I can ready the tongs. What does that do? The tongs are meant to pick up very hot stuff, right? I don't know what those are. Hammer on the anvil. Pick up the ore. Okay, I can pick up the ore with the tongs and hold it in the flame for the of the forge. I'm gonna ready the tongs first. You hold the tongs in a firm grip as the sweat pours from you. What would you like to do now? I'm gonna pick up the ore with the tongs and hold it in the flames. The ore softens rapidly, soon becoming soft enough to work. Your hands grow slick with sweat. That's not how metalworking goes. It's not iron ore. Ore needs to be smelted first. And then you get iron. But you can... I suppose you can get the impurities out of it with a hammer. Maybe. I'm not really too sure on that. Let's place the softened ore on the forge and work it into shape. What would you like to forge? Stiletto. I suppose so. Let's go with that. A stiletto. A quick, easy weapon. And one that will get you away from this inferno much sooner. Are you sure you want a stiletto? Yeah. Let's go with that. Now that is a nice piece of work, your stiletto is not only functional, it's perfectly balanced and deadly looking. Nice work. Yeah, this will serve me well. Keldor will certainly be impressed by this. Time to get out of the flames. That was weird writing right there. Very out of tradition here with this game. Also, I'm gonna look at the stiletto. High quality stiletto. It's just a normal stiletto. Aw. I suppose the other things would also be just the stilettos, just weapons, normal, not actually enchanted. So without zooming in, let's bring you over here and have a chat with Keldor. Hey man, I got a needle. Clearly you do not belong here. Leave now, intruder, or the guards shall take harsher measures than a simple escort. What? No. No. Okay. Well, I have a quick save over here. I think I already have the ore. Oh, that is scummy.
You know, I've learned some new tricks.
That is scummy.
Right.
He doesn't want to talk to me. Oh, freaking hell. Seriously? And I'll take care of this, don't worry. Okay, it's done indeed, man. Well, it's a good thing I basically had to replay through all of this episode and last episode because I didn't have a save in between. But it's a good thing that it's a dialogue-heavy game because that way I could just I just got through all of the things very quickly because I knew all of them. So let's have a chat with Keldor over here, and I'm gonna show him the item I forged. Yep,
I have finished forging my creation.
he takes it from you and examines it carefully. That is, without a doubt, one of the better pieces I have seen of a recruit forge. You'll go far, my friend. Are you ready for the next test? I certainly hope so.
Yeah, I suppose I am.
It continues greenly. A murderer has struck in the foundry. And a murderer, yeah. And I am forsaking the usual test in order for you to track this killer down. Go speak to the supervisor, Alice Tild, in the main foundry, and proceed from there. When you have completed your investigation, you are ready to name a culprit, come back to me.
Updated my journal.
Okay, maybe I can talk to these guys over here. He gives you a quick glare and refocuses his attention on the speaker. Shh, I'm trying to listen to Keldor. I want to learn and you're interrupting me.
Sorry, farewell.
Okay.
Done.
So, we need to talk to two people. And there's things in here. There's these things up there. I suppose this lets us go there. I would expect that. Oh. Oh, another murderer. Lovely. Who's that? Alright, everyone. You've seen enough. Is that Elisa?
Get back to work.
Says the guy that got me expelled from telling him the truth. That was crap. Where's Elisa? She's not here. Well, I can talk to Keldor. Shame about the poor Smith Avellone. Really, it were. Still, he weren't one to keep himself to the grindstone. He weren't dedicated. 'Tis the way of the plain stern, mark my words. Every basher gets his due. Ah well. What can old Keldor do for you?
I'd like to ask some questions.
You want answers? Like what? Actually, I didn't ask him this again, because, oh, sure, that must be it. Oh, I got myself into more trouble. Yeah, it means that I'm agreeing with you. Well, good. The multiverse would be a better place if everyone did. Yeah, for you. I mean, maybe it wouldn't, actually, because if everybody agreed on him on stuff that would get him killed or something like that, then it wouldn't have been better for him. What do we have? Where's Elisa? She wasn't the one that got killed. There she is. Hey! Yeah, and she was the one. You again. What do you want now? My apologies for my impatience, but we are on schedule here. Yeah, under Keldor authority, I'm investigating the murder that occurred here. What can you tell me about it? You want to know what I saw the night of the murder? Well, I was working late when I heard the sound of a scuffle. When I came out, I saw a shadowy figure slip out of the door and into the meeting hall, and I raised the alarm.
Do you have any other details?
I only know 3 people who had access to the building that night. They were Thildon, Saros, and Bedai Glyn. The 3 of them have dramatically different builds, but in the haze of the foundry, I couldn't see clearly.
And how do I know you didn't do it?
I have an alibi. Not to mention that Keldor already ascertained the truth from me. I have nothing to hide. Well, I kind of would think that you two are in on it, but let's put that to the side right now. I have nothing to hide. Apparently, Thildon, Saros, and Bedai Lin do, though, because they wouldn't go under Keldor's spell.
What do you mean, they wouldn't?
What? They wouldn't go under Keldor? Where can I find Bedai? Actually, yeah, where can I find Bedai Lin? She can be found in any of the foundry areas. She's one of the chief engineers, and so she has the run of the place. You'll know her when you see her.
Really? Okay, I had some other questions. I need to get into that guarded room back there.
I'd love to help you. I know. Apparently, I can't really do anything. I can't
Your path is
ask
mine.
anything else.
All right.
Let's have a chat with Keldor over here. Yeah, so there's 2 rooms that I can't get into. Shame about that poor Smith Avellone. Yeah, you said that before.
So, what were you doing in the night of the murder?
What was I doing? Why, I was sitting in my room with a nice loaf of bread and jug of wine, staying in. Didn't go out that night. Didn't see no need.
Do you know anyone who can swear otherwise?
Nah, never saw the need to make sure of it. One place you might ask, if you're really looking for leads, is Saros. That little thieving knight goes everywhere. What with his father being such a high up here. Oh yeah, he told me about you. Yeah, he always was into new experiences. Boy's practically a sensei, if you ask me. Probably wanted to kill someone and see if he could get away with it. Saros, eh? I'll remember that. Yeah, I'll go check that out. Actually, that makes some sense. More sense than those two being in it together, because they are kind of, well, Alyssa was kind of turning her back on the other guy, but oh well. Let's have a chat with Saros over here. It's Sarosa and Saros. That's...
Stop staring at my tail, you skull.
Shut up. You skull. The poor Smith, I can't believe what happened to him. Yeah, it's pretty awful to be wedged into the gears like that. I had some questions for you. Yeah, let's go with that instead of the other one. Let's not go straight at it. Oh, I guess it didn't matter. Do you have any idea what might have happened or have some leads? Who told you? The supervisor? She's right. I come in here at night sometimes when there's no one around. He looks around conspiratorially for a moment and lowers his head towards you. I saw Theoden creeping out of here. The main reason I know it was him is because he dropped something, and he hands you an owl with the name Theoden etched into the wooden handle. Thanks. I'll be back to talk to you again, I'm sure.
Updated my journal.
Okay, so let's show this to Theoden and ask him. If it were me, I would just say, "Hey, man, I found this over there on the floor, somewhere close, like somewhere over there. It might be yours. I was just, going to talk to Saros, and I saw it, so I decided to come back, or something like that." But let's see what the game has me tell him. Saros. You remember Saros, don't you? Yeah, he gave me an owl found near the body. Oddly, this owl has your name etched into the handle. How do you explain that? Oh, that's such a bad way of doing it. He's just gonna say, "Oh, that's not mine. He must have written that himself."
Updated my journal.
He looks momentarily flustered and then, "Saros is a thief," he says. "Odds are he stole it from me." Oh, he's an idiot. In fact, I'm missing my owl for some time now. Never mentioned it to anyone because I figured I just lost it. Now I know that Saros stole it to frame me. Better go get him before he gives you the laugh. Seeing your expression, he says, "Before he escapes." Well, yeah, that sounds a little too pat. I'll go find him then. Let me try and get him to ask some questions out of him. I don't think this is as involved as it might have been, because that choice right there, the choice of going and get Saros, might be the choice of that helps him run away, because of course he's also there. Saros is still here, so I can talk to him. Although it might be that he stole it. Yeah, just might be. Oh, hey, what have you found? Are you going to let me go free? Oh, that's not. You don't. What you mean? You're not. What? What? It's just. I think that line over there says it all. Yeah, Theoden says that you planted the owl at the murder scene and that you're trying to frame him for the murder because you two disagreed. Oh, of course he'd say that. Just because he's guilty and he wants to make you look someplace else. I saw him kill that man. Sure, we disagreed, but that doesn't mean I want him dead. Just because he's a total Burke doesn't mean he should be arrested. He should be arrested for killing Avildon. Tell him he needs proof. No.
Updated my journal.
No. I've found enough to make a decision. What is that decision? He seems to be holding back tears. Yeah. Well, the decision is that you said he saw you said you saw him kill that man. He didn't say that before. Yeah. You'll see when I've told him. Well, I think I need to go to Keldor. Well, have you found a culprit of this heinous crime? Do you have evidence? Well, not enough, apparently. Yeah. So it's a go back and forth quest. Lovely. I thought it was gonna be complicated and stuff. I engaged it as if it were gonna be complicated. It might be, for all I know. Let's have a chat with the guy. It might be anywhere as well. Wait a minute. No, I'm missing something. It's not going back and forth, although I can talk to Theoden over here. What did that little flick splitter tell you now? I'm sure it all are all eyes.
Yeah, he tells me it's not a frame. In fact, he says that he personally witnessed you killing the poor sod.
He what? I tell you that the boy's a thief and a murderer and you don't believe me? What if I told you the lad's an anarchist too? A member of the Revolutionary League?
Well, what? Why should I believe that?
Updated my journal.
A pious look creeps onto his face. Cause I says it so. Cause I'm about to say something that'll make a criminal out of me, but I'll say it just to see justice done. And he pauses. I know he's an anarchist because he tried to recruit me. Him and that engineer Badai Lin. I told him I'd do it so I could trap him, but then I realized I didn't have the stomach to harm poor Saros. I turned him down, and now they're trying to cover their tracks. That's why they want me gone. They're the killers, not me. Huh. So the anarchists just don't want they're a faction as well. The that's just a faction as well.
Assuming I believe this, why shouldn't I have you imprisoned too?
What? You're accusing me, but I didn't do anything. Burke, you've got the wrong man. Please, I didn't do it.
Yeah, I'm just having a little joke with you, Dylan. Relax. Answer some other questions for me then.
Okay, so he doesn't say anything. So I need to find the other person, that hyphenated name person, and I don't know where they would be. I mean, I imagine maybe in one of those rooms up there, because that's the only place I haven't been. Or yeah, there's more rooms. There's rooms all. Oh, there's Bad Eileen over there. Can I go in here? Well, let's go in there later. Not right now. Let's have a chat with Bad Eileen over here. You see a severe woman with flaming red hair, pulled back tight, giving her face a stretched, nervous look. She appears to be deep in thought. At your approach, she glances up and says, "Can I help you with something?"
Yeah, I had some questions.
What do you want?
Tell me about the Great Foundry.
She stifles a yawn. You can ask almost anyone here about the Foundry, and you'll get the same answer. What makes you think I'll give one that is any different? Ask another question.
Tell me of the project you're working on.
Tell you about the project we're sworn our lives to complete and defend? Nah, I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. Let's just say it's powerful, and it'll be worth the effort we've put into it.
Okay. So, tell me about the other people here.
The other people here? Well, you've got the brilliant but eccentric Neil Xander, the Kids That I outcast woman Kellera, Philon the Grey, whose heart is much less ambiguous than his name, Keldor the Factor, Sandos the Factor, the two children of Sandos, supervisors, smiths, and a host of others. They all pass me by at one point or another, and frankly, I haven't made that much of an effort to get to know them. They work for me, or they don't, and that's about as much as I care. I am afraid. I'm rather devoted to my work.
Okay. Who are you?
My name is Bet Eileen. I'm a magical engineer, not a mage, mind you, but a theoretician. And I'm going to make sure the Godsmen don't get a chance to use that weapon or contract for another such weapons of war again. I wonder what that is for. If it's a weapon of war now. We didn't know that, but yeah.
Philon says you're an anarchist.
No, actually,
tell me about what you know of the murder.
Oh, let's see. I asked the guards to head out for the night because I was working on some delicate engineering on the project in the next room, and I didn't need their psychic emanations fouling up some very crucial work. It was with some dismay that I found the body when I emerged from the room. Being as I have no other alibi, I realize I'm a suspect, and I suspect you've already found that I wouldn't consent to going under the spell to answer. The reason for that is that it would be violating the oath of secrecy I swore to protect the project. Oh, the spell.
Yeah. I had some other questions then.
Philon says you're an anarchist and that you're trying to pin the crime on him. Anger strikes sparks in her eyes, but a look of scorn replaces it so quickly you're not even sure you read it right. An anarchist? Right. Here's my other leg. Pull that one too. Did you have some real questions, or can I go back to work?
What was that flash of anger?
She smiles slightly. You don't miss much, do you? Allow me to put it this way. How would you feel if you were falsely accused? My anger stems from that and nothing more. And she seems honest about it.
Yeah, I don't buy that.
You'll have to, because you're getting no other answers from me. And she turns stiffly away from you. Farewell. Really? No more questions? No, I can get those questions. Okay, I can ask more questions about the murder.
Yeah, I think I'll check on that with Keldor.
Yeah, you do that. He'll verify that what I've told you. He administered the oath to me, so he knows its power.
Yeah, very well.
Okay, so she doesn't want to go into the... That doesn't make sense. She doesn't want to go under the spell. That doesn't make sense because she's... Keldor should know what that is in there.
Done.
And if Keldor is the one that's going to do the investigation or the interrogation, then it doesn't matter. So the only reason for her to not want to go into the spell, apart from not having thought things as I'm thinking, or of course knowing different things than the ones I do, is if she actually has something to hide. Of course, that's a very slippery slope if I start thinking like that. But what I think is this. She is actually part of the anarchists. She is using Saros. Oh, where is he? He's over there. I got scared for a moment. She's using Saros to pin the murder on the other guy because the other guy knows she is part of the anarchists and she has recruited him and he's not comfortable with that, and he knows if that gets found out that he's gonna be, well, in trouble. But for right now, I'm Keldor RPG, and this has been Planescape Torment. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye!